save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I am behind the camera today because I needed to do a little bit of a explanation video on my shorts. I put out shorts 7 days a week, and usually they're either some kind of physical media collection of sorts, and I've been getting a lot more subscribers that way. I've been getting a lot more comments that way. It's been working out very well, and I'm going to continue to keep putting out that kind of content. On top of that, I'm working on some audio podcasts and stuff like that, so I can, because I can't sleep at night and I listen to podcasts at night. So I think maybe I should make some podcasts. So I'm gonna start work. The channel is gonna start doing some alternate things. But I want to explain my shorts to you, okay? And there's gonna be a few videos on this, so you could probably understand what's going on here. So because I am a completist and absolutely whacked out of my mind, and I feel like there's an emptiness in my life where I need to fill some kind of void. And I think that's what's going on here. I think that's my therapist telling me that I'm trying to fill some kind of void in my life that's missing. So if you are a completist and you are collecting like tons and tons of things, and you have like 50 copies of the same damn movie, but it has like a different cover, it's probably because you got some kind of mental issue that's going on with you, and you are trying to fill up some kind of void. You're trying to fill that empty hole that was dug out years ago, or you dug yourself, and you're trying to fill it up with all of this stuff. So I decided to use Bark at the Moon as an example, because the other day I got a comment from one of my viewers, and the song "You're No Different Than Me," the Ozzy Osbourne song, it was the Diary of a Madman, and it was kind of ironic because I kind of understood the joke where it was kind of like, I can't tell the difference. They're all the same exact thing, but they're not. Okay, so everything that I show you on my shorts, everything is different. There's no duplicates. Everything is a different version somehow. It's a different variant or version. So I'm gonna break down the Bark at the Moon collection here that I have for you as one of my first kind of video. I'm gonna do a couple videos like this behind the camera, because there's a couple of explanations I need to make, and I just can't show it to you up close. It's better for me to pick things up and move them around and be able to show you the fronts and the backs, and So anyway, so this was the first ever release. This is the one that you probably would have picked up at your local Bradley's before they closed, or Kmart, or Ames, or Apex, or Sears, or wherever your place where you went and bought your physical media CDs from back in the day. This was the first ever release. It was put out by CBS, and you could tell the first ever releases because they start with the ZK. Okay, the ZK right over here is very important. These are also the most valuable out of them, because you got to figure these are the ones that have been around the longest. These are the ones that probably would have took the biggest beating. These are the ones that probably would have gotten scratched or disappeared or got stuck in between the seats of your car when you had that cool little deck there where with your detachable face plates in your car and everything, and you thought you were really cool, like I thought I was when I had my detachable face plate that I carry around in my little detachable face plate holder. Yeah, so after a while they got beat on. Okay, so if you could find the original ones, those are the ones that are worth the most money. So I'm not sure really what I paid for this, but due to Ozzy's passing, these things have gone to ridiculous prices. So what you would have paid back in the day, maybe $10 for, and probably would have bought used for like $5. Now you're going to pay about $30 to $60 to maybe $80. If you buy one brand new in a package, they're even grading these things now. So now they could be in the hundreds depending on what you're purchasing. So this is actually the first ever Ozzy CD release of Bark at the Moon. And you can tell from the back over here and the song listing there. I'm going to go slow so you can get the song listings, because then you'll also be able to understand why there's variations. So then we go with this one right here, and you're like, well, what's the big difference? It's the same thing. Bark at the Moon, Bark at the Moon. Yeah, well, it's got I get it. It's got a red case. That's what it is. No, this is actually a UK one, and this would have came out the same time as the original Bark at the Moon that I just showed you. Except if you look at the song listings on the UK and you look at the song listings on the US version. Make sure you can see that really clear and good and everything like that. Not only are they a different order, there are songs missing. So they did not put all the same songs on the UK and the US version. This one was also put out by CBS. This one was put out by Epic Records. So these are actually different. So even though they came out the same year, and look at the cover too. I mean, somebody even asked me to like, well, I don't see any difference. Well, I mean, clear as day, you can tell that the Ozzy Osbourne and Bark at the Moon, and even like the coloring in the background is more blue. And then you don't have your little, CD disc thing over there in the UK one, and you got that in the corner over there. So they're totally different. I mean, the song, like I said, the song listings, and for a person that is a completist and a huge Ozzy fan, you're gonna want to have this. Actually, I gotta tell you right now, this one is more difficult to find than this one. I guess the people in the US took better care of their CDs than the people in the UK, because this one is more difficult to find and actually more expensive. So yeah, this one you got to hunt around for a little bit. There's also there's a couple other ones. These ones that come in the red, Ultimate Sin, big money for that one in the red case. Probably because Ultimate Sin is mostly red and kind of looks really cool in the red case. But in that one, I don't have. Okay, I'm working on it. But yeah, so see, these came out same year, 2 different companies, and the track listings are totally different. I mean, so stuff missing. And then they came out with these right here. These what do you call these? These like 22-bit. It says right inside there. 22-bit 58. No, 22-bit SBM digital remaster versions. And I gotta throw this out there at you. Okay. I think the sound quality of these things are probably the best out of all of these that I have here. Granted, they adjust things. So what you hear on these is not what you're going to hear on this, okay? These sound more raw and original. And if you're like a completist and you really, really love Ozzy and you want to hear Ozzy in his purest form, go buy the record. go buy the original record. That's where you're going to find Ozzy in his purest form. But if you want a CD, and CDs last a lot longer than records, and they're a lot easier to care for than a record, that's why I'm more of a CD collector than a record collector, because I just could not care for them. You got to keep them at a certain temperature. You got to keep them, make sure you don't scratch them. You can't stack them. Records are like gremlins, okay? They got rules. They got rules, okay? So you got to be careful. But when these came out, I thought they were great. I bought the entire set, all these with the big Ozzy sign, Ozzy Osbourne, and then you got. But what irritated me about this set is that they shrunk down the beautiful artwork. I don't know about you, but the reason why I buy physical media, mostly, I mean, not just the fact that I don't want the man to take anything away from me, and I want to be able to have and hold things. I mean, it's important to me to be able to hold something. I want to be able to hold my collection. You know what I mean? And when you're streaming stuff, they take that away from you. But the deal is that when this set came out, I didn't like how they shrunk down the picture. To me, this is art. This is art. I mean, look at this. That's beautiful. I mean, granted, you're probably like, it's an Ozzy Osbourne cover. It's a picture of him as a werewolf. But look at it. I mean, it's iconic. It's you see it, you instantly know that this is Ozzy Bark at the Moon. Why they had to shrink it down for this 22-bit, remaster, which is great. The 22-bit remaster is great, but why shrink down the picture? Why couldn't they make the whole thing like this? I mean, they probably. I mean, I think it's because they were trying to sell them as, you got to get them all because they have this big Ozzy thing over here. I don't know. But then even this over here. Now, granted, when I was maybe 17, 15, 16 years old, and I might have purchased this for the first time, I may have been able to read this. I can't see any of this at all now. Now, no joke, in order for me to read the song listings on this album, I have to literally pull out a flashlight or a magnifying glass. I can't see it. And even if I bring this close to you guys, I mean, I want you to, how difficult is that? And as they get, I don't know who the brainiac was around this, but as we get closer to the center, it gets smaller and smaller. It's almost like this is like was created by eye doctors. I mean, I'm confused. But right now over here, look, you grab this. Oh, what's the songs on this thing? Oh yeah, Bark at the Moon. You can see it. It's like right there. You know what I mean? And so as great as these remixes or remasters are, which they're good, they're cleaned up and everything, but then like I said, you do lose stuff. Like sometimes you end up losing bass, sometimes you end up losing the drums, sometimes you end up losing I mean, they're usually pretty good and prominent with Ozzy's vocals, but you lose a little bit of something when they start to tweak the backing tracks. When they start to tweak the backing tracks, Ozzy's voice might get a little bit muffled, or it might be or you might not hear the bass anymore. I mean, Metallica did a whole album, Injustice for All, where they actually almost eliminated the bass altogether. And then we got the last one. And let me explain that one to you. It's very simple. This was the last release, okay? And the last release, they give you a little extra special bonuses by giving you some bonus tracks. So what you would have normally on everything else, you now get 2 bonus tracks on this, and then you get a different kind of cover, a different picture of Ozzy doing something different, and you get a little story on the back of these things. So these are cool to have because you get the tracks, you get the bonus tracks that you couldn't get before on any of these other things, and then you get the story of whatever Ozzy was going through. And what's cool about this is you actually get the full picture. So as much as I know a lot of the fans really love these because of the sound quality, they choose these over the sound quality. I mean, I love the. Actually, I gotta tell you that the sound quality on this last one is probably the worst out of all of them that I have. I've listened to every single one of these. I've downloaded every single one of these onto my MP3 player. I've also listened to them, in a regular CD player. And out of all of them, I got to tell you that this is probably the worst one. I just think they didn't put enough care into it. It's like you would think that after they did this, this 22-bit thing, they would have just transferred the 22-bit over to this thing and then added the 2, bonus tracks, and you would have got this cool packaging, and you would have got the brand new thing. This is the one right now that if you were to go to Walmart, this is the one you would find. Well, not anymore, because now all the flippers are buying all the Ozzy stuff, taking them all off the shelf, and now what was $7.98 I think at Walmart is now $30 on eBay. So yeah, you're not gonna find this anymore at Walmart. They're not there. The other one that was there for a while was Blizzard of Oz. They had plenty of those, and now those are all gone. Same thing with the records; they're all gone too. I mean, you want to find them, know where they are. They're on eBay and they're on Discogs, and they're being flipped for 3 times more, 2 times more than what the person at Walmart paid for them. So yeah, so you're not gonna find this. But to be honest with you, this is the one that you would find at your local Walmart now if they still had them. And the sound quality is not as good as this, and it's also not as good as these. So when you see my videos and I'm kind of flipping through these things, I'll usually play a song from the album, which was suggested by a viewer. They were like, okay, well, why don't you take, instead of showing collections of albums, why don't you show an individual album? And when you show the individual album, play the individual, pick a song from the album and play the song from the album. And I gotta tell you, it's been working out great. I mean, I'm getting like about at least 1K views. Like I'm getting 1,000 views per day on my shorts, depending on what they are. Like especially if it's Ozzy, Bon Jovi, but every once in a while I'll throw a curveball, throw something that maybe I'm the only one that likes and everybody else is really confused. I did one on Cheech and Chong a while back, and that one got like a couple of views, and I in my head I was like, you know what, there's got to be more Cheech and Chong fans out there than just like 67 people. And I got to tell you, my videos on Friday and Saturday that are like 40 minutes long and 30 minutes long, I don't know if there's an attention span situation going on in this world. Maybe there's too many tablets. Maybe the what are we the Generation X people have a little bit more of an attention span than the Generation Z or whatever generation this is now. They got the TikTok brains. Okay, the TikTok. I'm thinking it has to do a lot with the vaping in the cots that they smoke, because I think they got the cot brain. I think that's what's going on here, is that their attention span cannot handle a 30-minute long video, but they can handle a 59-second video. Okay, because that's literally what my shorts are, 59 seconds long, and they can handle me going like this, you know what I mean? And I guess they can get all excited about that. But for me to sit down and explain something for oh my goodness, 20 minutes, I'm gonna unbox stuff and talk about things. That's not interesting, you know what I mean? Or tell stories about my life. So I'm gonna work on a few things. Number one, due to the fact that I do have mental health issues, and I do suffer from depression, anxiety, and CPTSD, I was thinking about working on a podcast where I can maybe help similar people that are going through things, and we can get a little bit more social, a little more interactive, maybe some live stuff. Maybe I can get actually people to join in on, like, when I figure it out. I mean, there's a whole technical thing behind this, but when I figure it out, I can get people to stream with me, and we can kind of have the little boxes that they do, when there's a box over here, box over there, box over here, and I'm talking over here and they're talking over there. When you could do like a question and answer thing, maybe we could just talk about life in general. I mean, everybody's going through something. Everybody's going through something, and that's what I'm starting to realize. And when I was thinking about, a topic of a podcast, I was like, why not make it just like life? I mean, like, maybe I'll call it mental madness, or just madness, or something like that. Whatever's not used, and make a little cool little icon thing, and then maybe when you guys go to, because I'll tell you right now, I cannot go to bed at night without listening to a podcast. I have to listen to somebody's podcast every night, whether it be a podcast about movies, or a podcast about religion, or a podcast about somebody ranting about something. Listen, or somebody might be just like explaining a movie, and they'll break something down for you, Easter eggs and stuff like that. Can't sleep without it. So I'm thinking, podcast might be a way to go. It might also, put me on the map a little bit more. But yeah, I figured I'd make a video like this right now. I got another one that has to do with Black Sabbath. It's gonna be coming up pretty soon, because I'm gonna be working on that one in a little bit, because there's definitely a big explanation I need to make with that, and nobody's gonna understand this unless I explain it. But I think these tabletop things are a lot easier, because, like I said, it's easier for you guys to see that, I'm able to show you the things that I can't show you from a distance. I mean, when I'm sitting in the back, if I was to hold this up and be like, oh, this is whatever, and then you look at the back, you'd be seeing, like, way back there, you'd be like this, and I'm going like this. I'm going, all right, you see that? You can't see nothing. I can't see nothing. I can't see it from here, and I'm like right in front of it. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the plan. The plan is going to be, I'm going to make somebody it's going to be some tabletop stuff, because, hey, tabletop stuff, people enjoy that too. They like to get up close and personal, you know what I mean? And I think with the podcast stuff and the live stuff, people have been asking me to do live stuff for a long time. So please, listen, you got to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. If you stood here, we're at about 16 minutes, whatever I'm looking at right now. I'm going to be cutting it like in a few seconds, because I know you can't handle no more. But hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button, and share it. Share it on your social media, Instagrams, your Facebooks. Help me out, please. I greatly appreciate it, especially since I found out I keep telling everybody I've been doing this for like 3 years. I've been doing this for 8 years. 8 years I've been doing this, because YouTube thanked me for being a YouTube content creator for 8 years, and I'm like, I'm a YouTube content creator for 8 years. Where's my plaque? I want my plaque. Give me my plaque already. I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm sure I'm making you guys some kind of money. You're not giving me anything, but I digress. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.